What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 5'3". See, I cleaned that beard up, huh? I cleaned it up. I know more you know. But anyway, man, real quick video, because y'all know I'm ready to go live. Um, man, I got in contact with, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the comments for me, y'all. Hit that subscribe, too. But anyway, man, I got a female partner named Michelle, man. She's my ex, and you know we used to go together years and years ago, back in the '90s, and it was a trip. I spoke on her on here before to the foundation, and it's the girl that I spoke on she was from an enemy set, and when I met her through trying to save her homegirl, because they messed around and came into our club. You know what I'm saying? Back in the 90s, the Avalons, we had our own club down there over there in Harlem Hood. And her and her homegirl messed around, came in our club and didn't know where they were. They thought that because they was on the west side, that it was, it was all good. They didn't know they walked right into the middle of an Avalon club. And of course, you know what I'm saying, they were from Fortray, which is a no-no, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, make a long story short, I saved them. I got them up out of there. So me and old girl start messing around. And I moved my homeboy no good, hated her. He couldn't stand it, you know what I'm saying? But me and her was cool. You know, a lot of people ask, a lot of times, do enemies mess with each other? But now they was asking, like, do Crips, mess with blood girls, or blood dudes mess with Crip girls? And I explain that all the time. Yeah, that happens a lot. You know what I'm saying? When it come to that sex thing, that the gang thing tends to go out the window, as well as, when you're dealing with money, the gang thing goes out the window. But now it's the same thing when you have, enemy, you'll mess with an enemy girl from an enemy Crip set. If it goes on, enemies mess with enemies, the opposites attract, as far as girl and boy, boy and girl. But anyway, so me and her, we messing around, and it was all good. It was all good for a minute. She saved me one day. At the time when me and her was messing around, she had an apartment on either 20th and Central or either 20th and Hooper, which I think was 20th and Hooper. One of those. I think it was 20th and Hooper at the time, I think. Can't really be 100% sure. But anyway, and I used to always go down there and see her. Now, unbeknownst to me, when I got out of prison at that time, unbeknownst to me, they had a faction of Fortrays down there around her house, which I didn't know of. You know what I'm saying? We way down in the 20s. Dang, they're going, Washington and Adams and all down that way. I didn't know the cats that they had another little clique of them down that way. But anyway, so I would always come over there somehow, some way. In LA, you're going to be identified by your car. You know what I'm saying? Your enemies, your enemigos, a lot of times they gonna clock that car. Bang! Oh, that's such and such car, which they had got on my car. Now, how they knew where I was from, I'm not really 100% sure. In my mind, I'm like, after everything it played out, I'm like, they must have, pulled up on her and asked her, man, where old boy from, man? Wham. And she probably told them. And you know what I'm saying? Of course, they was going to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. You know what I'm saying? So one day when I was there, and you know what? It could have been, I was so banged out back then. But anyway, one day I was there, and she told me about it. She like, man, they know you be coming over here. They talk about what they gonna do, this, that, and the other, and da-da-da-da this, da-da-da-da that. When she told me about it, I was like, man, I don't hear that mess. Fools ain't finna, man, they not, they might with somebody, not with me. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't studying that mess. You feel what I'm saying? I was on the BS at that time, too. She lucky I didn't pull off when I was leaving her house and go to bussing, But anyway, she told me about it, so I wasn't tripping on. I'm like, man, I don't hear that mess, So about 2-3 days went by, and I came over there again. Make a long story short, while I was there, they found out I was in the house. And then, you know what I'm saying, they was on some trying to get in all at the window and, you know what I'm saying, banging on the door. Man, look, all she had to do was open the door. All she had to do is, I promise you, the first two would have been sent to the upper room. Because, boy, I had it on me, kept it on me, you know, especially back then. And when I found out that they was over that way, you know, cool, you know. So, they kicking at the door, man, you tripping. Whoa. Man, let that whoop up out of here. So when I heard that, man, I'm like, man, watch out, cuz. Move, let me out this door. You know what I'm saying? So she like, no, because this happened a couple of times. No. So I'm like, hey, man, so I go to dissing through the door. Hey, man, F this and that. F this, F that, F this, that. It's Avalon. So, you know, they threatened to kick the door and she plead with me, kick back, you tripping. So I'm like, man, you know what? I'm finna call the homies. So, I go to use her phone, because of course, you know, wasn't no cell phones and stuff. I go to use her phone. She's like, who you calling? I said, I'm finna call my homeboys. These fools want to trip like this. I'm like, we finna air this whole block out. So she like, man, you tripping, you put me in danger. Don't do this. So I'm like, all right, I kick back. And eventually they went on about their business. They see she wasn't going to let them in and this, that, and the other. And bow. So they end up, so my mom like, okay, I'm knowing they posted up outside. So, but now I kicked it over there for a couple of more hours. And I'm ready. She don't want me to leave. She want me to spend the night. I'm like, man, look, they finna try to do something to my car probably. I'm like, I'm knowing they out there waiting. So what? You ain't got to go. I'm like, cuz, I'm going, man. Anyway, make a long story short, after a couple of hours, I got tired of waiting, you know what I'm saying? I should have called the homies, tell them come get me. But then I figured, you know what I'm saying, these fools soft anyway. I can go. So I leave up out of there. I left up out of there. Wasn't nobody around when I left, which was a good thing for them, because man, I had that thing one in the head, cocked back, ready. A fool could have act like he was walking up to me just to ask me, could he get a light? Or do I know what time it was? He just seen a bad day, because boy, I gave it all to him right then and there. You know what I'm saying? Bump that. But anyway, I talked to her the other day. Now, that, like I say, that was something that was way back in 96 when that happened. But anyway, I talked to her the other day, man, and she down bad, y'all. She had a stroke. She was telling me the whole left side of her body is semi-paralyzed. She in a wheelchair now. She doing bad. Young girl, man. Young girl in her mid 40s, you know. I don't know what to say. I really just don't know what to say. How old is Michelle? Michelle about 47, 48 now, something like that. But anyway, I'm just running the reel through my mind, because when I talked to her, I felt so bad. You know, I didn't know what to do. The only thing, you know, I knew to do was tell her, you know, I'm gonna pray for you. But I just need for y'all to pray for her, man. Her name Michelle. And I need for her to bounce back, homie. You know what I'm saying? Good girl. You know what I'm saying? Was always there for me. Always there for me, man. I just need for her to bounce back, y'all. Y'all pray for her, man. Pray for her that she makes a full recovery. She doing pretty good. She talking regular. You can tell just a little slight there. She said that the doctors told her that she should make a pretty good recovery. So y'all pray for her, man. In the meantime, between time, that's why I tell you, man, tell the people you love them. And don't never forget, man, I'm Cartoon One. I represent the gangsters, homie. The Avalon gangsters. I'm out. Peace.
When I call, then you cop. Don't nobody drop, you better pay into the block. Then fuck the cops, you better squeeze until it's empty. I put that on 50, she's with it. Are you hit me? Hey gang, swing gang, what it looks at. 5 tray, yeah, third that. 4 8, 8 8, 11 6. So when you slide down the 8, you're getting clapped at. Heads up into my days up.